All right, ladies and gentlemen, making this video for adrianotrack, adrianotrack 9258. adrianotrack 9258. Anyways, you want to see hammer collection. Well, I don't really have a hammer collection, but I'll show you the hammers I got. And almost every one, well, not almost, 2 were store-bought. The rest of them are all used. Starting off, I just have these little hammers up here. I do use them. I do use some hand saws, so I keep them handy. The little bitty hammer, it's a little ball peen. I think it's Blue Point. Yeah, Blue Point. Rubber mallet. I got S-Wing up here. This is a wooden handle that I made, epoxied, and then peened it. These are steel pins. My daughter and wife bought this for me, God, I don't know, 30 something years ago, 35 years ago. It was in the fire. I salvaged it, and of course the rubber was melted. This wood is thick. It's heavy. It's one of my first jobs in my life was framing. I don't do any framing hardly at all anymore, but if I need a hammer, this one and my other 28 ounce is my go-to. You swing a 28 ounce hammer for a while, you know it. And this one I just liked. I did it specifically for the feel. I know somebody's gonna say, oh, it's gonna hurt your elbow. What? So what? When I swing it and I hit a nail, I want to hit a nail. And this feels good. That bulge right there, that's the way I did it for me. If you got a hammer you like, make it your way. This is the way I did it for me. But it's got sentimental value, plus I use it. But anymore, it's use everything you screw together, or you're using an automatic nailer. But I got them, but I hardly ever use. I screw everything together. I do have these that I bought. These are Lexi. I like these. I use them. I got 3 different ones. I use these quite a bit. Since I fixed this a couple weeks ago, I've actually used this, and this is the only one I own of these drilling hammers. It's kind of cool. I like it. I didn't think I would, but I like stubby handles. And this one works great. Another hammer I use a lot, and you can tell I've got to clean the head up on it. I use the body hammer for just everything. It works great. This is an old snap-on hammer. I think what happened is it melted, and I made a handle for it. I think it's supposed to have like a coating or something on it. I fixed it, salvaged it, made me a handle for it. It works great. I've got a leather mallet. Don't use it as much as I thought I would. Here's another go-to hammer. This is my Blue Point. This is another one I found in a pawn shop for $1. I love stubby handles. These stubby handles on these hammers, that's my go-to. Gotta have one. This definitely you use on front ends and things like that. I know it's made for something else, but if you're ever taking a front end apart on a vehicle, you're going to use that for ball joints, tie rods. It's my favorite. I have used this one. I guess this can be considered a drilling hammer. I don't like the feel of it. After this one and this one, I like this one better. This is an S-Wing, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I just don't like the feel of it. But I keep it up there. This is my go-to. And then I've got other little small ones here. I do use regularly. That's a Stanley 8 ounce. There again, I salvaged the handle, put it on a little stubby. Works great. And you got to remember, you're not knocking ball joints with something this small loose. And those of you idiots that are, it's going to smack you in the head. A Vaughn little claw hammer. I like my straight claws. I do not like curved claw hammers. It's just my preference. I just don't like curved claw hammers. So I use this one a lot. Another hammer I do use, it's ugly. I just left it the way it was. It's set well. It's a good, I think this is like 24. I don't care. I do use it. I never really cleaned it up much. I just left it kind of the way it was. Another ball peen. I use this one. You can see I've used that after I've cleaned it. Don't know the brand. Works great. Found me a handle for $1. Put it on there. And now this is a I can't pronounce it. Barrel Company. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's a brass hammer. It's an H57. Have not needed it, but I've got it. I think I gave $8 or $10 for it at a flea market in Fort Worth. These things are expensive anyways, so I got a real nice hammer here. If I need a brass, I think this is actually beryllium. I don't think it's brass, I think it's beryllium. But I got it. All right, let's go toolbox. Be right back. Okay, another drawer full of hammers. Another S-wing. I think this is 24. Here's another, this is a newer S-wing, 28 ounce. And this one I will use if I don't use that other one over there. I like S-wing. I know there's other better brands. Some guys like Deadhead. There's different brands out there, framing hammers. I do have, and I do use them. There again, I got 2 more of the Lexi soft blow hammers. And then I've got 2 claw hammers in here. Rarely, I don't use them. I don't even know why I got them in here. One's a, what is that? Arrow? Yeah, it's an Arrow. I cleaned that up just because I like the curve. I just thought it was cool. And yeah, they're just, to me, these are junk hammers. I know guys like them, I don't. Got another brass hammer. This, I can't remember who made this one. I believe this one's Chinese. It's like 2 pound. I can't see with the camera, sorry. Yeah, it's a 2-pounder. I have it, I think I gave $1 for it. Can't complain for $1. I've got a couple of body hammers in here, Chinese made. Most of these, like this, I cleaned it up. This one was rusted solid, it was nasty. And cleaned up the handle. Still a good hammer. 24 ounce, I think is what it is. Carpenter's hatchet. And for those of you who don't know the difference between a carpenter's hatchet and a roofing hatchet, that's a roofing hatchet. See the little dots? This is a roofing hatchet. Yes, you can use this for a roofing hatchet, but it is a carpenter's hatchet. A lot of old timers back in the day would hang sheetrock with these. I am not that good. Some of them are. I got, like I said, I got a little bit of everything. I got hammers that I don't use. I got small tack hammers. I got a couple of these. I don't do upholstery work anymore, very little, so I rarely use these. Yeah, I don't even know. I got some weird hammer. Yeah, there's another. I'm not even sure what that hammer's for. Looks kind of like a mason hammer. I cleaned it up, painted it. Or did I? No, I painted this one. Like I said, it's a good little hammer. I've never used it. Don't know what it's for. Don't need it. Don't use it. Got another sledge in here. This one I use every once in a while just because it's a junk hammer. I've broken up some rock and stuff, some little chunks of concrete with it before. Anyways, let's go to the other drawer. You want to see hammers, so. Oh, I've got a little bitty claw hammer right here. Oh, it needs to be fixed. Check that out. This is Chinese, I'm sure. There's no way. Well, I guess we did cheapen stuff out. But that's not a good hammer by any means. I don't think that's the handle for that hammer. There ain't no way. I don't even know where I got this. For all I know, my wife put this in the toolbox. Huh, I can't remember. Anyways, let's go to the other box. Okay, here's my other small, what is it, 8 ounce? And it's a plum. This is an old school plum ball peen. It's got the original handle. That's what's cool. It's got the original handle. I've got another S-wing. And this one, same way, was rusted real bad. Handle on this turned orange. Not sure why. But it is an S-wing. Got another. Like I said, I like my S-wings. I don't know, maker's mark, just put a new handle, cleaned the head up. The paint on this is the truck bed liner material. It works pretty good. Here's a AS Corporation H3, another brass hammer. I think this hammer's like $54. I priced it once. Another S-wing hammer. I got a, oh man, this one here is like $154, which is a Wilton. And this is, I didn't do anything. I bought this out of the pawn shop for 10 bucks. Yeah, this is the only hammer. Yeah, this is the only hammer I paid more than 10 bucks. The rest of them are $5 and under. Another ball peen. This is a Stanley. It's got a model number on it, but 12 ounce. It's a nice little hammer. I've used it, but now I got the other ones on the table. I keep them there. I've got more ball peens, no name. I think I paid less than $1 for this one. Another ball peen. I believe this one is a True Temper, old school. Cleaned it up, painted the head on it, set a handle on it. It was a good hammer. Of course, another body hammer. This is a snap-on body hammer. I like my body hammers because I do manipulate metal sometimes, so they come in handy. Not sure what this hammer's for. Don't know. I cleaned it up, fixed it, put a new handle on it. It was like $1. Who cares? I just fixed it. If I ever need it, I got it. What I was thinking was I can use this to manipulate metal if I want to bend or create a crease. Another ball peen. It's a plum. Then rigid. I think I got 2 or 3 of these rigids. I bought 3 rigids and 3 blue points, I think, at the same time. I gave like 10 bucks for them. So I got this one. I got this one right here. These are both rigids. Another S-wing carpenter's hatchet. Then I got more here. More ball peen. I'm thinking some of these are the same. Okay, this is blue point. This is blue point. I blued this one, painted this one. And these are 24 ounce blue points. Like I said, I bought these out of pawn. I bought 3 rigid and 3 blue points for $10. And this is a proto. This is a proto. There again, I bought them for like $1 a piece out of pawn shop. I think I should have another blue. Yeah, here's another blue point. I've got a lot of ball peen hammers just because they were cheap. Got another, what is this? This is proto. So I got 3 protos the same, with 3 blue points and 3 rigids. So I just painted. I cleaned it up real nice. I have used this one. A couple of these I've used. Another framing here. I just like the feel of this one. It's got the wormholes in the handle, the head. Like I said, I like my straight claws. I don't like the curved. This one feels funny just because it's got I can put a lot of oomph behind the handle. This is my junk. This here, they over time they've taken so much. I've actually used, I got one just like this at work, and I use it to tear out sheetrock. That's all this is for, is just for tearing stuff up. Really has no use otherwise. I guess you could probably use it to hang sheetrock, but I'm not skilled enough to use something like this to hang sheetrock. And then another one of these, but this one has no mark. This one's got a number 5, and this has got a 47-3 on all the facets. So this was probably in a tool bin somewhere. But anyways, it's all my hammers. I don't know how many you got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I got probably 50 hammers. While I'm doing this, let's just look at the hatchets. I use some of them beat on things too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 hatchets and 3 axes. That's just what I haven't cleaned up. I probably got another 10 that I got to clean. Starting off with S-Wing. These are leather belts that I epoxied together. This handle is fat. This one was one of the last ones I did. I actually shaped this better. This one I like. This is one of my favorites. This one, it was abused bad. It was bent. I didn't know exactly what to do here, so I just took some old belts, epoxied the handle. It's bent wrong. Still usable, but it's in bad shape. But it's salvageable. I mean, it's a usable tool. My channel is all about usable. I don't bring back artwork. It's not artwork. No idea. I left this the way it is just because it's ugly. It's not bent. It's designed this way. It's the ugly duckling. I just thought it was weird. It's got this kick up. I thought it was on there when I first got it. I thought it was on wrong, but that's the way it's designed. Weird. Anyways, got another. This is fiberglass handle. It's marked 777 on both sides. I figure this is probably a Japanese. It's something that they made cheaply and brought into our market in the 80s and 90s. Actually, it works. I've used it a couple times. Works pretty good. Here's another junker. This is a Sears. I need to clean this up. I haven't done anything with it. It's got a number on it. I just recently acquired this one, so I'm gonna make this one look nice just because it says Sears on it. It's one of these Steelies. I don't know if there's a name for these handles. I know some of the foreign ones, the tubes were real thin and you go to use them and they bend like this. So hopefully the Sears is in better shape. Don't know. Cleaned it up. Chinese. It works. It's usable. Nothing funny. Let's see. I hope I'm getting these. Sorry guys. Not good at filming by myself. Unknown. The way it's textured here, the casting, I assume it's pretty old, and I think it is. I cleaned it up. Looks nice. Another carpenter's hatchet. I use these at work. I use a couple of them, mostly for tearing sheetrock out. And this one's got a name on it. It's a Dunlap. Another one. No name. Oh, excuse me. Wait a minute. This one's a rigid. Made a video on that one. Let's see what I got here. This is an old Stanley. I don't know much about hatchets except I use them. I cut a rick of wood a year to cook with, at least a rick, and usually have to clean the branches and stuff off of the wood. So this one says drop forged. I think there's a name on it. I don't care. It's just good. Looks cool. It's clean. It's got like some triple X's on here, some X's, and there's a name under the paint, but not sure. This one, another carpenter's hatchet. Cleaned it up. This one I blued, saved the handle. Actually, this has turned out really nice. This is Boy Scout axe, or hatchet. I think I paid $15. This is the most I paid for a hatchet, I think. I think I paid $15 for this, so thought it was cool. USA. Didn't do anything, I just left it the way it is. Don't know. Nothing about it. This is the way I found it. This is the way I left it. Genuine Norlands? I don't know. I just like the shape of the head, so almost all of these need to be sharpened. The ones I use, I've sharpened. This one has a name. Hang on. This is a plum. This is old school plum. This one was in rough shape. This one I have used. I've cleaned it up twice now. This one, I used it and forgot it overnight and had to go get it. Left it there where I was cutting some lumber. This my daughter bought me probably 10 years ago, 12 years ago, as another, snapper. Anyway, there it is. As a safety tool. I carry an axe or a hatchet. That's another thing. I got more axes than hatchets. I own 4 vehicles and there's an axe in every, or a hatchet in every vehicle. But I don't use this one. I don't keep it in there just because I don't like the feel of it. But I have it. Another Craftsman. Not bad little hatchet. It actually feels pretty good. Kind of top heavy. Don't know. Plum, excuse me. I haven't looked at these in a while. It's a plum. This one, it's weird. It's the second one now I've found with the handle that's bowed backwards. I thought at first it was warped, but after we found the second one, it's the same way. The handle is curved backwards. So we think that's the design of the handle, which is kind of strange. My buddy has one identical to this. I cleaned it up for him. And this has a name, I believe. Can't see it. Has a name on it. It was somebody's. They were proud to own it. It's a plum. Here's another unknown. I just put a handle on it. Put a brass casing, shell casing in it as a wedge. Another one here, unknown. You got to remember, almost everything here I paid less than $10 or less than $5. This is a Simmons. The head on this just looks weird on this handle, just the way how big the handle is compared to the head. Now, big axes, I got a 28 inch It's a 2 1/4. It's a Craftsman. Now this one, I kind of like it. Haven't used this one as much. I think I've used this thing one time, and hardly use it. This one, it is a Manhattan Axe Company, Glassport, Pennsylvania. This one's nice. It's big. I like it. It's heavy too. This thing's got some weight behind it. Have yet to use it because mostly I use chainsaw, and like I said, the only reason I use a hatchet or an axe is to trim limbs off. Now this one is a fiberglass handle. Don't know the maker on this one. This one has a story, ladies and gentlemen. I say that I carry an axe or a hatchet all the time with me. It's because I've actually rescued somebody with this. This has sentimental value. May 3rd, 1999, one of the largest tornadoes ever recorded. I chased it. That thing almost killed me 3 times. During that, I picked up 8 bodies, put 1 dead body in the back of my patrol unit, and this rescued someone. The lady was impaled on a tree, and she had a tree branch, a limb poking through her back into her lungs, poking out, and when I found her, she was gurgling bubbles out of her chest. So we use this axe right here. I say we, by the time I got to her and called for assistance, there was 3 of us, and we were using this axe to pull we have around here is what's called a possum grapevine. I don't know really what you call it, but it's just a wild vine. Sometimes they grow grapes on them. And it was wrapped up around her with a bunch of limbs and stuff, and we used this axe to cut her loose. Because, there again, chainsaws didn't work because they were either all out of gas or weren't working, because that day was very, very hectic. But this right here, I've actually used to rescue somebody. So that's why I carry an axe or a hatchet in all my vehicles, because you never know. I have seen a firefighter cut someone out of a car with one, and I've personally used one to get somebody off a tree. So yeah, and I never touched this. I left it. It's been sitting. When I found it that night, it was sitting in the mud. I picked it up and threw it in my patrol unit. And at that time, I was driving a K5 Blazer 4-wheel drive. I was the only deputy on duty at the time that had 4-wheel drive, so I could get in places nobody else could. And later that night, I used it to take her loose. And there was 3 of us there total trying to get her loose. And by the time we got her loose, we probably had 50 people down in that ravine. But anyways, that's my axes, hatchets. Let's see, now to get a better picture, guys. This is all my, like I said, the same way with the hammers. I don't have a lot of money invested in these, except for the one my daughter bought me, new. My wife bought that hammer new, and then I bought one Estwing 28-ounce new, and that was 5 years ago. So there you go. I hope Adrian, I hope you liked the video. It's not I don't think it's a very good video, but you guys can flip through it. I don't care. I just thought he asked. I don't have a big hammer collection. Like I said, these are the ones I use all the time, regularly. I say regularly. This stubby, that one I use all the time. This one I use all the time. I'm going to have to fix that. That's starting to get wore out. The soft mallets, this I use quite a bit. the little ball peen, you'd be surprised how often you will use one of these for delicate work. I have used this one quite a bit now that I've got it cleaned up. It works great. I kind of like that hammer now. And then the couple of drawers of hammers that are over there I showed you earlier, I rarely use them, but I have them. It's one of those things where if you need a hammer, that you got it. And especially if you pay $5 or less for a hammer, you can't complain. Oh, while we're here, see this thing right here? Man, if you guys don't have one of these, 357 Magdad turned me on to this. It's those fiber wheel kits. These little rubber, they're sanding discs. Yeah, you gotta get you one of these. These are awesome. Like 14 bucks. I like it. Anyways, I'm getting off subject. Sorry. I squirrel a lot. But anyways, I hope you liked the video. Subscribe, like. If you don't like it, tell me why you don't like it. Hell, I'll try to make a better video. I'm a little redneck. I'm not a cameraman. I'm a working man. I work 60, 70 hours a week, every week, one day off. So I make videos on my day off. And I try to, oh, that's another thing. I try to answer all comments. Sometimes it takes me days because there's days I just can't get to the computer. I don't have time. By the time I eat, shower, and go to bed, I don't have time to answer. I don't watch much television. There's a few of you YouTubers that I watch when I have time, and I think some of you guys do some good work. There's guys out there that make artwork. Mine is not artwork. That's not artwork. This is just a usable junk hammer that was in a fire. It's not, there's no art to this. There's guys out there who do a lot of better polishing jobs. They do a lot of better restoration jobs. I just make them usable. Tools for me make me money or save me money. I make a living with my tools, so I have to have them. A lot of these tools you see that if I need them at work, I will come home, grab what I need, and go back to the job. That's just nature of the beast. At the company I work for, probably would buy tools. They have, but my tools are usually better. Anything I can do to save my time and get the job done quicker, I'm all for it. All right, guys, that's enough. Hope you liked the video. If not, sorry, I tried. Y'all have a good day.